Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Estamos aquí en una entrevista con un invitado exclusivo que viene siendo Anthony Fluffy Hernández. Anthony, ¿cómo estás?
Good, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
How did you knew that you were going to start doing this for a living, that you wanted chingazos?
Yeah, honestly, man, like I grew up in a little country town, and my dad and all them are galleros, so it's kind of like in my roots. You know what I mean? But fighting's kind of just been in, like part of my family the whole time. My grandpa fucking was super big into fucking fighting and like boxing. Every time I went to his house, he'd be like, "Fucking sit down and watch the boxing." Like my dad and all them, same shit. Um, I started fucking like just doing front yard fights with my buddies and shit. Cause in the country, there's nothing to do. You know what I mean? You get bored and you just like you see your buddy and you're like, fuck it, let's fight. You put gloves on and you just fucking throw putazos. But we did that for a long time, and then my cousin's like, bro, there's this MMA gym in town. We got to go try it. And I was like 15 years old. I went to the gym, tried it, and fucking fell in love with the sport. And then the rest is history. Just been in the gym, fucking training since then. But I knew about when I was like 15, 16, that's what I wanted to do. I wasn't doing very good in school. Like I got kicked off some of the sports for fucking grades. um, but fighting made sense to me. It was like, it's something that I'd done my whole life. You grow up fighting your cousins, you know what I mean? Like it's just, my dad would just sit there and watch us fucking beat each other's asses and shit. Like we'd have fight clubs where my older cousins, we'd lock the door on Christmas and shit, put on gloves, and we'd all just be in there fucking each other up. But that's kind of how I got into it. It's the most natural fucking thing I can do. Like it makes sense to me. It's who I am, and it's like what my family comes from.
I was wondering, what is it that you don't follow? Because you do have to make some research on your opponents, right? So
Yeah,
what's the part that you're not really into?
man. So it's not that I'm not into it. It's just there's so many fucking people trying to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like it's just so easy to get caught in these fucking rabbit holes of like just watching fighters after fighters after fighters. Like I really don't give a fuck what anyone's doing. The only thing I care about is what I'm doing. I want to be the next big thing. So the only thing I got to work on is filling all my holes and getting better. So that's like I really don't care too much. Like if I'm gonna fight someone, yes, I study, but that's what the coaches are for, right? Is my coach's job is to make sure that I'm 100% prepared every time I go into the fight. So as long as they're all doing their job, I'm doing my fucking job every day and working my fucking ass off. Then there's no reason for me to like be a big old fanboy. I'm trying to be the next big thing. So yeah,
That's how champions are made, right? You need to have that mentality.
yeah,
You can't worry about what's around you. You got to worry what's in front of you, right?
100%, 100%.
What do you think about Edman and as an opponent? How do you feel like your fighting style matches up to him? Because I know he has some good striking, but in his recent fights he hasn't been that great in the ground, and I feel like you have a good and great advantage, with
No,
them.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And like the funny thing is, people always forget that I started off a striker. I started learning how to grapple just so I can get back to my feet, and so I can fucking like learn how to wear people out. But it's mixed martial arts, you know what I mean? So like, um, I've been doing a lot of like striking this fight just in case I can't get him down, you know what I mean? But honestly, I'm comfortable wherever it is. I love to fucking fight. It's a lot less tiring than having to fucking pick someone up and try to slam them and shit. You know what I mean? It's hella energy that goes into that shit. But I'm just gonna make it an MMA fight and just try to fucking exploit him. It has shown that he's like the grappling is not his strong suit. He's very good at getting up though. He's very good at defending. Like he has like the halfway, like you know what I mean. Like his takedown defense is great.
Yeah.
His fucking movement's great. He moves a lot, so you can't just corner him. I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's a big step up in competition for me, and the UFC loves him and they hype him like crazy. So it's like, let's fucking get it. You know what I mean? This is my chance to finally show what I can do and what I've been working for since I was 15 years old. So I'm fucking ready. I'm more than ready. I'm healthy. I'm happy, and I'm fucking ready to get this shit.
Well, I heard that some people call you the Mexican Habib,
Yeah, I've seen that.
but I don't believe that, and let me tell you why. I don't think that you're the Mexican Habib because Habib gets tired. You don't get tired, brother.
No,
You're just fucking coming like a fucking Terminator. You
no,
remind me a lot of Cain Velasquez. Not maybe
I've
the
heard that
fighting style,
before.
but the fucking gas tank. Like
Yeah.
you're just coming, and you're not gonna stop, you know?
Yeah. When I was younger, I used to have like a haircut like his, and I've heard that I even look like him. I was like, hey, I'll fucking take it. He's a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? And during this time, he was killing that shit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but no, definitely like that. I feel like that's definitely a strong point of mine. My gas tank is I work my fucking ass off every fucking day. Um, so for 15 minutes, that's easy. I can fucking work my ass off hard and push myself for about an hour, like balls to the wall, and like my heart rate about 200, 210. Like that's where my heart rate maxes out. Um, yeah, the fighting's the easy part. You know what I mean? The fucking work that goes into it every fucking day that no one sees that's the shitty part.
How do you see your opponent? Do you just see him as another stepping stone in your way? Do you see him as a meat bag? How do you see your opponent?
No, I just fucking the way I look at it is if he can put me on a highlight reel, he will. So fuck that fool. I'm gonna try to beat the fucking brakes off of him. You know what I mean? It's fucking realistically like he's just the person in my way. That whoever the fuck it is, I don't really care who it is because I've been in a bunch of gym wars and all this fun shit, but I've got a lot of experience under my belt. And when it comes down to it, when I'm trying to get in, when it's fight time, it's get in, get out, get paid. So if I can fucking knock you out in 30 seconds, perfect. If I can fucking slam you on your head and just like make you my bitch for the whole fight, then that's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Everyone has certain things, and some like when you get in the UFC, I've learned everybody's fucking good. Like everybody has like good attributes. You know what I mean? It's just about either gassing them out and making them so they quit, or just making their night hell, trying to like hurt them. Yeah. But usually hurting people is the easiest way to go. You know what I mean? Like it opens up a lot of opportunity that'll make it so they put their hands up and then you can wrestle or vice versa.
Inspirations in your fighting style? Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Cain Velasquez. You know, I feel like if people see you, that's the first thing that comes into their mind. You know, because of the heavy pressure that I'm not gonna stop. I'm on top of you. I'm gonna win the next position into the ground. Like you're always. It seems like you're always a step ahead in the ground, dude. You know.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've got great coaches, man. I got really good coaches that like we just break shit down and like add like a bunch of like layers of things. If they go here, go here, go if they go here, go here. Um And then as far as going forward, like I always do my best when I'm in someone's face. I don't know if it's just the fucking Mexican fighting style or what the fuck it is, but like I do a lot better when I'm in someone's face, especially at 85. These fuckers are huge, like 6'4" and 6'3", you know what I mean? Long ass reaches. I'm not gonna stand at the end of the fucking shot and take all the putazo. Fuck that. I'm gonna get in there and fucking give them some, you know what I mean? So if I'm in there and I can hit him, I can grab him. If I can grab him, I can throw him on the floor. You know what I mean? If I can elbow him, if they're in touching distance, I'm gonna make their night fucking hell. That's just the way I see fighting, and I'm in great shape to do it. Like I know I can go balls to the wall for 15 minutes. Fuck, 25 minutes, I can go balls to the wall. Um, so I mean, there's not a doubt in my mind. Like if I get taken down, okay, I'm gonna get back up. But nothing that they do is gonna throw off what I have planned for them. You know what I mean? It's just all right. Well, get back up, and now I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
Your last loss, but was against Kevin Holland. You know.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to you not about the opponent, but how's the mentality when you lose a fight like that, you know? And how do you come back? How do you manage your emotions, you know?
Yeah. The way I think of it, man, it's like I've been in so many fucking fights that you win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? Like it's just part of it. Going to that fight, not like I'm not taking a damn thing away from Kevin. He fucked me up, plain and simple. No if, no ands, no buts. He fucking hit me with an elbow and then fucking floored my shit with a fucking knee. But like I probably shouldn't have took that fight. I'm not gonna lie, just because the timing, like I had a stupid ass injury. Like I was already like doubting some things. Like I couldn't punch with my right hand. It was still fucked up, and I just needed money because, like I said, I was living in a trailer and like I didn't have shit. So it was just going into there. Everything was wrong, mentally for me. But it is what it is. He got the better of me, and like it took fucking skyrocketed his career. I'm not like a petty person. Like, good for him. You know what I mean? He's got kids too. I understand it. Like my loss, it helped him. So whatever, it is what it is. If we were like, he's at 170 killing it now, right? It is what it is. But every fucking fight is a new fight. You know what I mean? It's that motherfucker's got to deal with me. Yeah, the last one might have got me, but can you do that? And like, I'm never gonna doubt myself. I know how much work I put in. I'm in the gym a lot. My fucking garage is a gym, so all I do is like train, train, train. And if I'm not training, I'm usually coaching. So I understand the game very well. I've been doing it for a very long time. So you win some, you lose some. It's just, but that's never going to shy like away from my confidence because every fight is a new person. It's a new opportunity to show what I can do, to show what I've learned, to show what I've cleaned up. And until you fucking take that from me, I'm going to give you hell. That's my mentality going into every single fight.
Y Anthony, para terminar, ya no te quito más de tu tiempo. ¿Podrías dar un saludo o un mensaje? Si puedes en español, si puedes, si no está bien, pero un saludo para tus fans que van a ver esto o tus futuros fans que van a ver esto en mi canal de YouTube.
Yeah. Muchas gracias por tenerme. Hopefully I can do this again, man, and hopefully I can work on my fucking Spanish so I can say some more stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you. Muchas gracias.